The internet is ablaze and the drama is out of control. Just when it felt like the tension between Rashida, Kirk, and Jasmine couldn't possibly get any worse, boom. Rashida dropped the biggest bombshell of the year. In a shocking twist no one expected, Rashida leaked a private video of Jasmine and Kirk that fans are calling unbelievable, savage, and relationship ending. Yes, that Jasmine, the same woman who once had a baby with Rashida's husband. The same Jasmine who's been trying to creep her way back into the spotlight is now at the center of a scandal so outrageous. Fans everywhere are saying, this changes everything. It all began with what seemed like a harmless post on Rashida's Instagram story, a quick clapback. But within seconds, fans realized it wasn't just shade. It was a full-on bomb drop. The video was grainy, intimate, and far too personal. And the worst part, the timestamp. This wasn't a throwback, it was recent. Too recent. Social media erupted. Rashida's supporters called it justice. Jasmine's fans were heartbroken, confused, even angry. Some viewers even turned on Rashida, calling her move reckless, invasive, and beyond the line. But Rashida, she didn't flinch. She followed up with a chilling caption, "You wanted attention? You got it? Smile for the camera." As for Kirk, silence, no denial, no comment, just a total social media blackout. But Jasmine wasn't staying quiet either. Her comeback might have been even more shocking than the leak itself. She accused Rashida of crossing boundaries, of hacking, of setting her up, and she vowed to fight back. So what really triggered all this chaos? What led Rashida to go nuclear? Is this pure revenge, or is something even darker unfolding behind the scenes? It all started quietly on a humid Wednesday afternoon. Fans noticed something strange on Rashida's Instagram, a short clip of her sipping wine with the words, "A storm's coming," and she asked for it. At first, it seemed like a typical jab, maybe toward Jasmine's usual drama. But hours later, the internet lost it. A 14-second video surfaced, blurry, recorded from a shaky phone, but unmistakably real. You could hear Kirk, you could hear Jasmine, together, laughing, talking, and then something so intimate, fans couldn't look away. It wasn't speculation anymore. It was undeniable. The kind of proof no one can explain away. The video spread instantly. TikTokers analyzed every second. Twitter trended #KirkCaught YouTubers were already compiling relationship breakdowns. Rashida deleted the clip, but it was too late. Screen recordings were everywhere. Then Rashida went live, hair tied back, eyes blazing, her voice icy. "I stayed quiet. I tried to be grown, but Jasmine kept testing me. Kept poking me in interviews, playing the victim. Well, if you want mess, let's make a mess." The fans were stunned. Was she confirming the leak was intentional? She didn't say it directly, but the look in her eyes said everything. This wasn't accidental. This was calculated. This was war. If you look back at the past few weeks, everything lines up. Jasmine had been turning up her online presence, posting about unfinished business, teasing cryptic captions like "the truth always comes out." Some fans claimed Jasmine was planning a tell-all YouTube video about her past with Kirk, including recent details. One insider even said Jasmine told friends she and Kirk still talked and even met up from time to time. No one believed it until now. Kirk, on the other hand, was playing family man, posting with Rashida and the kids, acting like everything was fine. But this video shattered that illusion. What fans saw was a man who hadn't changed at all. And it didn't stop there. An hour after Rashida's live, Jasmine clapped back. She went live too from what looked like her bathroom. She was emotional, but composed. "So this is what we're doing now," she said. "Y'all mad because the truth won't stay hidden. Rashida, you crossed a serious line. You wanna leak personal stuff? You wanna get dirty? Cool. Game on." She insisted she never knew she was being recorded. She said it wasn't her phone, and she never gave anyone permission to share anything. That's a crime. And trust me, my legal team is already on it. Fans were torn. Some backed Jasmine, saying Rashida went too far. Others applauded Rashida for fighting fire with fire. One comment said it all. Jasmine poked the queen. This is what happens. But deeper questions started rising. Why now? And what does this mean for Rashida and Kirk's already fragile marriage? Sources close to the couple say things had been strained for weeks. They were reportedly in therapy, trying to rebuild, but no progress was being made. One source said, Rashida was exhausted, tired of the lies, the fake promises. And when she found out Kirk had been with Jasmine again, that broke her. That was the end. She had apparently found messages on Kirk's old phone. Messages suggesting multiple meets with Jasmine over the past year. One even referenced that night, the very night fans believed the video was taken. It crushed her, the source shared. After all the public pain, the therapy, the drama, he still didn't change. She hit her breaking point. But, fans asked, if she had the video, why leak it now? The answer might lie in a rumored contract. Word is Jasmine recently signed a deal with a streaming platform planning a docuseries about her life, including her story with Kirk. When Rashida found out, she made a move. If she's telling the story, I'll tell it better, she reportedly told a friend, and I'll bring receipts. Meanwhile, Kirk remained silent. No posts. No reactions. Nothing. Fans called his silence a confession in itself. Some believed he always knew the video existed but hid it. One fan posted, he thought it would never surface. But karma doesn't miss. Then came the next shockwave. Jasmine shared a screenshot of a legal notice, cease and desist, aimed at Rashida, accusations of privacy violations and defamation. Her caption, "You wanted war. Here it is. Hope you got your lawyer ready." Rashida clapped back with an old photo of Jasmine and Kirk. Overlaid text. "Don't threaten me with documents when you were thirsty for the camera." And then the unexpected happened. Jasmine's mother entered the chaos in a now-deleted Facebook rant. She accused Rashida of being obsessed, jealous, and unable to accept that Kirk always circles back to Jasmine. "She's bitter," the post read. "She knows Kirk still wants my daughter. That's why she's always acting out." This reignited the flames. What was once a three-person feud was now a family battlefield. The narrative shifted from just a scandal to something far deeper about legacy, respect, motherhood, betrayal, and survival. And just when it felt like everything had been exposed, a second video leaked. Longer, with clear audio, and what Kirk says in that video might just be the final nail in the coffin. The final nail in the coffin. The second video hit the internet like a bomb with no warning and no mercy. It was 26 seconds long, barely half a minute. But it managed to obliterate every ounce of trust fans had left in Kirk Frost. Uploaded anonymously to a gossip blog's Telegram channel and then picked up by Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked within minutes. The clip showed Kirk sitting on a couch beside Jasmine, shirt off, glass in hand, whispering words no one expected to hear, but once they did, they could never unhear. "I never stopped loving you, Jas," Kirk's voice said low and clear. Almost like a confession he didn't mean for anyone but her to hear. "Rashida doesn't make me feel the way you do. Never did." Boom. That single line sent fans into absolute chaos. Twitter exploded. Instagram comments turned into war zones. People didn't even know who to blame anymore. Kirk for being the emotional manipulator he's always been, Jasmine for entertaining it, or Rashida for finally snapping and going full scorched earth. But make no mistake, this was scorched earth level betrayal. And just like before, Rashida didn't stay silent. Within an hour of the second video leak, she posted a black screen to her story with only 5 words. "So this is who you are." The heartbreak behind that post was felt instantly. Fans knew this wasn't just about Jasmine anymore. This was about years of lies, deception, cover-ups, fake apologies, and public humiliation, all unraveling in one fiery moment of exposure. Back at the Frost household, or what was left of it, sources say the atmosphere was nuclear. Rashida allegedly locked Kirk out of the house that night. One insider, reportedly close to the couple's inner circle, said Rashida screamed, "I begged you to be honest. I gave you chance after chance. You humiliated me on national television, and you still did it again." Kirk reportedly tried to plead, saying the video was old, that it was edited, that Jasmine was trying to destroy their family, but Rashida wasn't having it. "Stop blaming her," she allegedly shouted. "This was you. This was your voice. That was your hand on her thigh. You can lie to the internet, but you can't lie to me." The fallout spread quickly. Family members began chiming in. Rashida's cousin Nikki posted a cryptic quote that read, "Sometimes the trash takes itself out." Jasmine's friend Kia posted laughing emojis on her story and captioned it, "This, the Rashida y'all, praised." Miss Boss Chick got played again. Fans felt the earthquake ripple through every corner of the love and hip-hop community. Even former castmates weighed in. Carly Red commented under a blog post, "Phew chilly. That video ain't blurry enough." And Mama D, never one to hold back, went live saying, I told y'all, Kirk been trash. Rashida better take her power back, and maybe her store too while she at it. But then came the most unexpected turn of all. Kirk finally broke his silence. He went live on Instagram the next morning, looking exhausted, slumped in a chair, wearing a hoodie and barely able to meet the camera's gaze. I made mistakes, he began, voice quiet but trembling. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm innocent. I hurt my wife. I hurt my family. And for that, I'm sorry. But the apology wasn't enough. Fans immediately flooded the comments. Save it. Too little too late. You weren't sorry when the camera was off. One even wrote, how are you still breathing after saying Rashida never made you feel like Jasmine? Bro, go into hiding. Still, Kirk tried to explain. He claimed the video was recorded without his knowledge, during a bad time, and said he hadn't been involved with Jasmine in a long time. But the fans weren't buying it, and neither was Rashida. Because just when Kirk thought the worst had passed, Rashida pulled out one final card. She released her own video, but this time it wasn't about drama. It was about truth. Sitting in her living room, with no makeup and tears in her eyes, she spoke directly to the camera. I want y'all to hear it from me. No script, no edits, just the truth, she began. I loved Kirk. I stayed when people told me to leave. I forgave him after things no woman should ever have to forgive. I built businesses with him. I raised children. I gave him years of my life. And this is how he repays me. By telling another woman again that he never loved me. The pain in her voice cracked through the screen. She wasn't yelling. She wasn't dramatic. She was just broken. I released that video because I had enough. I wanted y'all to see the real Kirk. Not the filtered version. Not the family man he tries to post. I wanted the truth out, even if it hurts, even if it ruins everything. And then she said the words fans weren't expecting, the words that made people gasp. I'm done. I'm filing for divorce. Silence. You could almost feel the collective gasp across social media. Rashida, the woman who stood by Kirk through every storm, every scandal, every side chick, was finally walking away. Within minutes, #We stand with Rasheeda was trending. Fans flooded her comments with support, calling her brave, strong, and finally, free. Even celebrities, like Candy Burris, Toya Johnson, and Yandi Smith posted messages of love and solidarity. But even as Rashida stepped into her truth, the internet couldn't help but ask, what now? Because Jasmine, ever the wild card, wasn't finished. She posted a teaser of her upcoming YouTube video titled, My Truth, What Really Happened, with Kirk the thumbnail, her sitting on a couch with a smirk, and the caption, You only saw half the story. Now fans are holding their breath, waiting for Jasmine's truth to drop. Will she double down? Will she expose more? Does she have more footage? And perhaps the darkest question of all, was Kirk telling the truth when he said he still loved Jasmine? Rashida's pain is real, the betrayal is raw, and the family, torn apart again. But the saga isn't over. Not by a long shot. 2 days after Rashida's raw and emotional video declaring her intent to divorce Kirk, the internet was still shaking. Fans weren't just reacting, they were mourning. Mourning the end of what was once seen as one of Love and Hip Hop's most resilient power couples. But just as the digital world began to process the fallout, Jasmine struck again. And this time, she brought receipts, titled, My Truth. What really happened with Kirk? Jasmine's 18-minute YouTube confession premiered live to over 300,000 viewers in the first hour. Dressed in soft lighting and a silk robe, not too glam, not too casual, Jasmine looked dead into the camera with a quiet fury simmering beneath her calm voice. You've all heard Rashida's side. Now here's mine, she began. The opening minutes were emotional. She acknowledged the pain she caused Rashida in the past, admitted to being messy, and even said, I'll own the part I played back then, but don't get it twisted, this time, it wasn't me who stirred the pot. Then came the bombshell. Jasmine pulled out her phone, scrolled, and turned the screen to the camera. Screenshots, text messages, location tags, voicemails, all, allegedly from Kirk, some as recent as last month. In one text he wrote, Can't stop thinking about you, can we talk? Just one-on-one, no drama. In another, she's checked out anyway. You're the only one who gets me. The live chat went insane. Comments flooded in wow, he's been playing Rashida. This dude is trash. Then came a voice message. It was unmistakably Kirk. His gravelly tone, that tired sigh he always lets out when he's trying to sound sorry. Jas, I can't lie. Part of me wishes things were different. Sometimes I think about if we'd just met first, what life would be like. I don't regret our son. I just wish. I don't know. Maybe we had more time. Jasmine paused the playback, took a breath, and said, so before y'all come for me, ask yourself if a man is whispering this in your ear while pretending to be a changed man for TV, what would you do? That wasn't the end. Jasmine claimed Rashida had known about the rekindled contact for a while. According to her, Rashida chose to stay quiet, even tried to handle it off the grid. But when Jasmine started filming her YouTube doc and Kirk began ghosting again, Rashida lost control of the narrative. She didn't leak that video out of power, Jasmine said. She leaked it out of fear. Fear that the truth would paint her as weak. That y'all would judge her for staying with him again. And then she delivered the line that broke the internet. I wasn't the side chick this time. I was the secret main. By now, fans didn't know who to believe, or who to root for. Team Rashida stood firm, saying Jasmine's truth was just a desperate deflection. A power grab to make herself look like the victim. But Team Jasmine clapped back just as hard, claiming Rashida had turned into the very bully she used to rise above. Meanwhile, Kirk's reputation was in full collapse. Multiple women from his past began resurfacing on TikTok, sharing DMIs, old photos, and even alleged hotel receipts. One woman, known only as @QueenAlita, posted a video claiming she too had been emotionally led on by Kirk just 6 months ago. I thought he was separated, she said in a tearful confessional. He told me Rashida was only with him for Kirk headed to court, Jasmine facing heat over that leaked footage. And the real question, can the Frost Empire survive this tidal wave of scandal? Because sis, the drama just went nuclear. Fans were still recovering from the bomb Rashida dropped when BOOM Round 2 landed like a courtroom thunderclap. Just 3 days after Kirk's legal team threatened to sue over the leaked bedroom footage and alleged manipulative editing, Jasmine got hit with a restraining order. Yes, you read that right. Rashida wasn't just heartbroken, she was done playing checkers. Now, she's playing chess with a legal army behind her. According to jaw-dropping court documents leaked by gossip powerhouse famed Rashida accused Jasmine of intentional emotional manipulation and unlawfully using private media to inflict harm. The filing claimed Jasmine was still reaching out to Kirk, fully aware it was tormenting their already fractured family. While no criminal charges were filed yet, the restraining order screamed one thing loud and clear: Rashida is finished playing nice. The internet obliterated. Fans were shook that the same Rashida who once stayed silent through public humiliation was now out here delivering legal drama like it's season finale week. Team Rashida erupted. This is what a queen move looks like. Meanwhile, Team Jasmine came in guns blazing. That very night, Jasmine fired up an Instagram live, pacing like a thunderstorm inside her apartment. So now I'm the villain, she yelled. Y'all acting like I kidnapped that man. Kirk came to me. I didn't hunt him down, he chased me. Don't let Rashida's boss chick act fool you. She mad because I got receipts, and she got regrets. And girl, she had the receipts. Jasmine waved her phone in front of the camera, exposing a cash transfer from Kirk, dated just a week before the video leaked. The note, for your silence. Fans gasped. Kirk's damage control mode activated. Meanwhile, Love and Hip Hop producers couldn't believe their luck. Multiple insiders confirmed Mona Scott Young is rushing a reunion special, titled Rashida vs. Jasmine, The Final Word. A no-holds-barred sit-down. No extras, no edits. Just 2 women, 1 war, and all the smoke. But before the dust could settle, Rashida dropped her own bomb. A raw, emotional mini-documentary on YouTube titled The Other Side of Loyalty. For 22 minutes, Rashida opened her heart and her past. She walked us through her love story with Kirk, how they built an empire, how betrayal shattered her, and how she smiled on camera when she wanted to scream. Then, straight into the lens, she said the line that lit the internet on fire. You wanna know why I leaked that video? Because I wanted y'all to see the truth. I had to survive. And then, she dropped the DMIs, screenshots of women messaging her, claiming Kirk was still out here playing games. One even sent a selfie, Kirk in a hotel bed, supposedly while he was away on business. The betrayal wasn't just past tense, it was present, and Kirk ghosted silence. Rumors started flying that he was secretly lawyering up to protect the Frost business assets. TMZ even reported that he's trying to divide and freeze their shared businesses. A full-blown empire split is on the table. But it didn't stop there. Jasmine's mom jumped into the firestorm with a Facebook Live filmed right from her front porch, drink in hand, dragging Rashida for humiliating a good mother. She clapped hard. "Y'all love Rashida's boutiques and makeup, but my daughter got something better, a heart." Kirk wasn't tricked. He chose Jasmine. Over and over. And Rashida just can't take that. Rashida didn't even flinch. She clapped back with a single tweet that trended instantly. "Generational delusion. Runs deep." Then came the plot twist no one saw coming. A woman from Kirk's past, an alleged third side piece, popped up on TikTok. She's a Miami bartender who claimed her 3-year-old son is Kirk's. The proof? A paternity test. Name blurred, but the initials matched, date of birth aligned, and the kid looked like a baby Kirk clone. The internet went ballistic. How many kids does this man have? One fan posted. Another wrote, "Kirk out here playing Peckerman, got a father all." At this point, the Frost Empire was crumbling in real time. Sponsorships dropping like flies. Their Atlanta boutique pressed got hit with negative reviews from angry fans. Rashida, though finding her emotional strength, was now fighting a financial hurricane, but she wasn't fighting alone. Candy Boris invited her on Speak on It. Toya Johnson reposted her documentary. And Cardi B, she tweeted, "Rashida should have been left that man, but I'm glad she choosing peace now." And Jasmine, she was suddenly known nationwide as the side chick who never left. Her subscriber count doubled. Her haters tripled. And now she's cashing in with a new memoir she teased, titled, "The Other Woman, My Side of the Story." Then, just when it felt like the story was over, a TMZ-style crew caught Kirk outside a Buckhead restaurant, cameras flashing. The question, "Do you have anything to say to Rashida?" Kirk paused, looked right into the lens, and said, "I messed up, but I still love her. I hope one day she can forgive me." The internet didn't flinch. The fan response was loud and united. Too late. And just like that, the Kirk and Rashida chapter slammed shut. No vow renewals. No reconciliations. Just legal filings, leaked receipts, and a scandal so wild, even love and hip-hop might never top it again. But hold up, because the fire isn't done burning. Sierra Gates just flipped the table. Love and hip-hop. Atlanta season 13 wasn't ready, and neither were we. Sierra, the glam mogul who always kept it polished and professional, just ripped the veil off her past in a reveal so raw, even producers had to intervene. And this time, the drama hit home. Sierra finally confronted the one person she's avoided, exposing for years, her own mother Kim. That's right. On national TV, Sierra cracked. Years of silence ended with a tear-soaked confession, and a showdown that rocked the entire cast. She didn't just call out her mom, she accused her of something so dark, fans could hardly breathe. What came out? Emotional abuse. A secret betrayal. Something even deeper. Whatever it was, it sent shockwaves. One cast member whispered, "Yo, this just changed everything." Social media exploded. Hashtag Team Sierra praised her for finally speaking her truth. Others, loyal to Kim, said the moment was too much for TV, but one thing was clear. Sierra didn't care anymore. The trauma was too heavy. The silence too long. And now, she's ready to burn it all down to heal. What exactly happened between Sierra and Kim? How deep does the betrayal go? Is reconciliation even possible? And what does this mean for Sierra's empire, her reputation, and her place on the show? Stay locked in, because we're breaking down every scream, every tear, and every lie that just tore one of love and hip-hop's strongest women wide open. This isn't just reality TV anymore, this is real-life drama, and you won't want to miss a second.